अच्छा डॉक्यूमेंट शो हो रहा है क्या? डॉक्यूमेंट शो हो रहा है?
नो सर,
नो सर,
फोल्डर शो हो रहा है।
अभी नहीं सर।
फोल्डर्स शो कर रहे हैं।
अच्छा एक मिनट रुक जाओ। स्टॉप प्रेजेंटिंग से entire video. अब शायद शो हो रहा होगा।
नो सर,
नो सर,
अब शो हो
अच्छा
रहा
ये
है।
आएगा।
होने
यस
लगा।
सर,
ठीक है।
ना
हो गया
विजिबल।
सर।
हाँ तो पढ़ा देते एक्टर सीरियस।
जी सर,
यस
प्रोहिबिटेड
सर,
एक्ट तक बताया था आपने।
स्टार्टिंग ऑफ पेज 4.
एक्टर सीरियस।
अच्छा एक्टर सीरियस पढ़ाना है। एक्टर
Yes,
सीरियस
sir.
ठीक है बस स्टार्ट। सबको समझ में आ रहा है ना? किसी को इंग्लिश की वजह से हिंदी की वजह से कोई प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं हो रहा है ना?
नो प्रॉब्लम सर।
नो
ठीक
सर।
है।
सर इंग्लिश की वजह से थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम तो होता है।
एक्चुअली है ना, देखो हमारे खिलाफ पिछले आई सेक्शन को मैं एक ही क्लास लिया, दो ही क्लास, उसमें 3-4 कंप्लेन सब डाल दिया है मेरे खिलाफ। तो कंप्लेन तो इतनी पड़ गई है, समझो कि मतलब उसका कंप्लेन था कि सर पहले दूसरे क्लास में आपने क्लास ही पढ़ाया ही नहीं। अब टीचर आएगा तो एक दो क्लास में तो इंटरेक्शन करेगा ना कि पहले ही आते हैं माई पीछे पढ़ाना शुरू कर दें। उसका एक कंप्लेन हुआ है। दूसरा कंप्लेन है कि आपका कहा कि एक लड़के को, तमिलनाडु का लड़का है, उसको बोल दिया कि भाई थोड़ा बहुत हिंदी सीख लेना। उसका भी एक कंप्लेन आ गया उसी में। तो अब तो समझ लो, चाहे समझ में आए या ना आए, हमें इंग्लिश में ही पढ़ाना पड़ेगा। ठीक ना? क्योंकि अब नौकरी बचाने वाली बात आ गई है।
जी सर, जी सर।
हाँ तो इफ यू आर एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड द इंग्लिश देन ट्राई योर बेस्ट। ओके स्टार्ट करते हैं क्लास। अदरवाइज मैं तो हिंदी में ही पढ़ाता हूँ, मैं कहाँ अंग्रेजी पढ़ाना चाहता हूँ। As you know that actor series, we are talking about the actor series. In this part, we are talking actor series, that is the prohibited act. So my point is that according to Kenny, he was saying that he was defining the actor series. He was saying that actor series means human conduct as the law seeks to prevent. This was the point. किसको और ज्वाइन करा लेता हूँ, कोई बचा तो नहीं है ना? नहीं सही। Yes, that was he was talking about the actor series means human conduct as the law seeks to prevent. Another important and most important definition is that Professor Glenville Williams. Glenville Williams says that whatever, he said that after excluding the mens rea, whatever is remaining, that will be actus reus. For the example, he was saying that. For the example, he was saying that suppose that this is the crime. He was saying that in this crime, you have to search actus reus and mens rea. He was saying that don't search actus reus, search only mens rea. Suppose that he is saying that suppose that 10% is the mens rea. He's, he said that don't search about other. Be sure that after excluding the mens rea, whatever will remain, that will be actus reus. That will be actus reus. The point is that, for example, you can quote here that, for example, section 378. In the previous class, I told you that there are 5 essential ingredients of section 378. Nothing, wording is that whoever, intending to take dishonestly. Intending to take dishonestly denotes the mental status. Remaining, whatever is remaining, that is the part of the actus reus. So what is the remaining? कह रहा है कि whoever intending to take dishonestly any movable property out of the possession of any person without the consent of that person moves that property commits the offense of culpable or commits the offense of theft. Is that this point you have understand? There is no problem. Means excluding the mens rea, whatever remaining, that is the actus reus. Come to the injury part. Injury word has been defined under section 44. As you know that this is the 4th ingredient of the commission of the crime. First, among them, there are four parts of the injury. He said that injury may be caused either to the body, for example, murder, culpable homicide, hurt, grievous hurt, rape, sodomy. These offenses are against the body. The injury may be body. Here, mind is that causing the mental harassment, it may come under the category of, it may also come under the definition of injury. Here, the reputation, that is the defamation, also is the, if anyone is causing the defamation, that is the injury to that person, and that will be part of the commission of the crime, that will be ingredient of the crime. And property, as you know, that theft, dacoity, robbery, whatever is that. As you know that there are certain cases in which inchoate crime is also ingredient of the crime. For example, inchoate crime means incomplete crime. Abatement, conspiracy, or attempt, that is part of the inchoate crime. For example, I want to kill you. I want to kill you. I fired I fired you, but you were beyond range of my gun. There was no any harm to you. Whether I had committed any crime? Yes, I had committed crime. How? I am a human being. First ingredient, I am a human being. Second ingredient, guilty mind. I fired you with guilty mind. What was the guilty mind? To kill you. Third ingredient was that actus reus. What was the my actus reus? I took the gun and fired the gun. That is the part of actus reus. Fourth ingredient is that regarding the injury. Whether the injury, there was injury to that person or not. Injury here, the body, mind, reputation, property. You can say that, sir, there is no injury to that person. Okay, that is no injury to that person, even though that will be come under the category of attempt. Why? Because that injury to the society. Suppose that in the daylight I fired you. In the society, as soon as people will get the news, such a news, everyone started to feel fear. The my point is that in certain circumstances, inchoate crime also part of the is also part of it, is also elements of the crime. So these are the four ingredients of the commission of the crime. And I think this is the first question. Explain the essential elements of the crime, how to solve it. This we can solve: definition of crime, elements of the crime. You can explain here human being, only human being can commit. Legal bodies, for the example, companies can't commit crime under the IPC. If company commits the crime, that company will be and that company will be punished, that company will be fined, whatever action will be taken by the Companies Act. Regarding the mens rea, rule is that mens rea is sine qua non, but in exceptional circumstances, without the mens rea, a person may be convicted for punishment. So my point is that for the elements of the crime, human being is sine qua non, actus reus is sine qua non, injury to society or human being is sine qua non. Mens rea in some cases, mens rea is necessary. In some cases, mens rea is not necessary. When the mens rea is not necessary, it will become under the category of exception. This exception is called strict liability. Strict liability means those cases in which persons are punished even without guilty mind. Even without guilty mind. I will discuss those cases, and the rule is that mens rea is necessary. Exceptional cases, mens rea is not necessary. Come to the second questions. And here regarding the actus reus, you can take help of the Kenny and Grenville William. Regarding the injury, you can take the help of section 44 of the IPC. Come to the another questions which was asked in the due LLB 2011. Question is that explain the common law principle of actus non facit reum nisi mensit rea with the help of decided cases. What are the exceptions? See the here. How many parts of this question? There are two parts. First part talks about explain this maxim. Second part talks about the exception. It means first part talks about the rule and second part talks about the exceptions. The here point is that in your answer sheet you have to write rule as well as exceptions. Here I had discussed the rule, and after the rule, here I had actus non facilitatum. Rule is that there are two elements of the crime, prohibited act as well as guilty mind. But exceptional cases, what are the exceptions? There are certain cases in which there is no need of guilty mind. For the example, these exceptional cases are here. And regarding the cases, these exceptions are here. Regarding the cases, I had discussed here. As you know that, I think that the today class is over. Today class over हो गया कि 5 मिनट बचा हुआ है भाई?
Sir, attendance, sir.
Sir, attendance.
Attendance, sir.
अटेंडेंस तो ये बताओ 5 मिनट बचा है कि नहीं बताया तो अटेंडेंस लूंगा. 5 मिनट बचा है कि नहीं?
Sir, 5 minute है.
5 minutes left, sir.
Sir, only 5 minutes.
तो पढ़ो चुपचाप, 5 मिनट बहुत होता है. अटेंडेंस का टेंशन मत लो, ठीक ना? स्क्रीनशॉट ले लूंगा, कम हो जाएगा. लेकिन अगर बहुत दबाव बनाओगे तो ले लूंगा अटेंडेंस भी.
नहीं सर, screenshot is the best method, sir.
हाँ, कोई बहुत बड़ा issue नहीं
It
है.
saves time.
I think everyone knows that their section is E section. Here we
Yes,
are
sir.
taking the classes in E section. Okay?
Okay, sir.
We are
Yes.
taking the classes in E section, law center 1. That is the basic things. And another point is that if any students have any types of grievances, please directly consult me. Don't send to the mail to the dean PIC anywhere. Okay? That is the point. Come to the 5 minutes. I want to discuss more things. Because as you know that we are very late and we are in the end of the semesters. After 2 or 3 months, they will start the exam. That's why I have to proceed further. Actus reus, actus non facitorium. I am going to discuss. I am going to solve another case. We are going to discuss actus non facitorium nisi mensitria. What is the rule, from where it was developed? In the competitive exam, they may ask from where this rule has been developed. You can say that this rule has been derived from the common law doctrine. This maxims has been developed through the common law courts. As you know that in the Britain there were two types of courts, common law courts and equity courts. So this maxim has been developed in the field of law with the common law courts. So that's why this doctrine is also known as a common law doctrine. As you know that this was actus reus nisi mensitria. Legal maxim is that a man is not guilty unless he is committed with guilty mind. According to this maxim, we can say that there are two elements of the commission of crime. First is that prohibited act, that is actus reus. Second is that mens rea, that is the guilty mind. Okay, according to this maxim, what is the rule? According to this maxim, says that prohibited act and guilty mind are the both ingredients of the commission of crime. But what are the exceptional cases where this maxim is not followed? In these cases, this maxim is not followed. In such cases, there are certain cases, for example, bigamy, rape, sexual harassment, waging war, bigamy. In these offenses, this maxim is not followed. Question is that you have to discuss actus non facitorium nisi mensitria with the help of this point, and at the same time you have also to discuss exception of it. The question arises that what would be benefit, what would be effect if this maxim would be applied, and what would be effect if this maxim would not be applied. Okay, the first point is that first thing is that this theory was developed by which court? By the common law court. In the competitive exam, they always ask. This doctrine was developed by which court? Common law courts. First time, who discussed on this point. First time, Justice Coke. First time, concept of mens rea was discussed by whom? By Justice Coke. Justice Coke had thoroughly discussed in the competitive exam, especially in UP Higher Judiciary exam. They always ask who was the first person who developed the actus non facit reum nisi mens rea in the field of law. Your answer will be that Justice Coke. तो कोक मत समझ लेना यार जस्टिस कोक डेवलप्ड this maxim. As you know that later on, landmark judgment was decided by the Fowler versus Fazit, in which Lord Kenyon held that actus reus and mens rea both are essentials for the commission of crime. It means with the help of Justice Coke and with the help of Lord Kenyon, we can introduce, you can write introduction of this maxim. As you know that this maxim denotes the guilty mind and prohibited act. Both are part and parcel of crime. One can't survive without the other. It is rule and exception. What is the rule? Rule is that any person can't be committed, punished without the guilty mind. But there are certain exceptional cases. There are certain exceptions of this maxim. Exception of this maxim means person will be convicted even without guilty mind. Come to the point here is that, as you know that in the maxim, I will take only 2 minutes. पहले अटेंडेंस ले ले भाई, तुम सब बगावत कर दोगे, कंप्लेन और ठोक दोगे तुम सब. अटेंडेंस दे लो.
सर स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो सर.
Yes. I am going to take attendance and please make all of you one time without. Yes, एक मिनट रुक जाओ. 1 minute. 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. एक 49 का ही लिमिट आ रहा है भाई इसमें तो. 49 से ज्यादा का तो 1 मिनट रुक जाओ. यस. पहले वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग ऑफ कर देते हैं. 1 मिनट रुक जाओ.
सर हम चैट बॉक्स में लिख दे रोल नंबर.